TAP is the county provider for federal and state food programs. We've been working with over 40 partner pantries throughout the county to provide resources and funding for their food pantry work. Gleening will allow us to expand and enhance what we're doing with those partner agencies. Gleening is the simple act of collecting excess or surplus food from partners and getting it to people who need it most.
We're excited to explore an opportunity to think about how we can activate our time, our talent, and our treasure as we think about meeting the needs of neighbors and maximize our resources here in Lancaster County.
So in the Lancaster County Hunger Mapping Report, we found that vegetables and more generally produce were among the most desired foods by neighbors who visited the charitable food system, but were unable to access those foods in a consistent basis.
So I don't know about you all, but I have lots of memories around traditions and foods and how we gather together. And those are usually pretty happy ones. But when I think about the neighbors that we serve and the gaps that they have in their experiences, sometimes gathering around food is not a happy, joyous occasion because they don't have enough. I really have a lot of heart space for the needs of our neighbors because I remember what it's like to negotiate paying bills and trying to cover groceries. I remember what it's like to be cooking for your family and really measuring how much you can serve and who eats last and what those things are like. When we think about an opportunity like this and we think about the condition of our communities, the condition is different today than it was even post-COVID. The conditions have worsened for many low-income and moderate-income families. An experience of the grocery store creates lots of stress when the cost of food is so high, and we see lots of new need in our local food pantry systems.
So we also found in listening sessions with food pantries that food pantries wanted to provide these foods on a consistent basis, but were not always able to do so due to lack of funds or lack of availability. So this project helps to address that mismatch and the inability to provide those foods on a consistent basis, but the desire to and the desire of neighbors to access those foods on a consistent basis. So it really helps to bridge that gap that we identified in the report.
We're thinking that this Lancaster County Gleening project will elevate our experience to engage our local farmers, the resources that Lancaster County has, and to really put just more food on the table for families. Here's what we know. Thriving families have access, they have choice, and they have health. And we know that food is medicinal.
By being generous and eliminating food waste in our community and building sustainability, we can end food hunger in Lancaster.